How'd you get in here?
Cock-a-doodle-doo! What's going on, Bubba?
Oh, God.
Yeah, we're bringing the energy to this house.
Where did I get you from exactly?
I'll just show up places.
I don't remember picking you up in my truck.
No one remembers picking the roost up.
I don't think your mom and daddy remembers picking you up.
It's alright.
Wait, didn't you fix my lawnmower like a week ago?
Indeed I did. That old 1943 snapper.
I love that thing.
Yeah, you'll love it more now that it's redone by the Roost boys.
Hey, come to think of it, the tire popped off.
Bring it back. We'll fix that one too.
Oh wait, the viewers are here. Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Bubba Bass's Ride Along. This is episode 3. And we have our my host, me, Bubba Bass, our co-host, aka Ryder, Mr. Jim Roost, flexing for the camera. I don't know why he's flexing, looks like a bunch of Play-Doh.
Excuse you, Bubba?
Yeah.
You're lucky I'm a gentleman.
I don't know, you kind of look like a chicken.
Say all you want chicken jokes.
You like fried chicken?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh. So how we usually start this off is, just like last week's episode, I'm going to ask you a few questions. And you talk about, just answer the questions. So, just like I asked Mr. Clayton. Don't look at me like that. You look like you want to eat me.
What type of host is this?
Viewers, send help if you're watching. Probably going to drop him off to Oliver. Anyhow, so when we start back, BWA, who was one opponent that you would absolutely love to face?
Doesn't matter for the Roost. We're not in it for opponents. We're just in it to have fun and show the world that we are the best. But I do think I need to get my hands on Clayton Cross.
Yes, yeah.
That last show, he got up in my face, and I never got my chance to go one-on-one with him. He got a little lucky there. BWA ended.
Well,
a little lucky.
I noticed. I was running the camera. What is simmering between you two here?
Little man thinks he's the biggest dog in the company, but he ain't found the biggest dog in the company, which is that Jim Roost. And he thinks he can just walk right over me and everybody else in this company, but I don't have nothing to prove because he's this big. All I gotta do is hit him with one big old dust bath and he's done. So whenever he's ready, we'll bring him on. I'd like to get him finished off.
Now, you and CCK are partners. How is that working with CCK as a partner?
Oh boy, that was fun. So as you know, Hank has been decommissioned for a while out of the States. So CCK decided to turn on his own partner and started interrupting in all of my matches, and then it gets pretty annoying over here.
Well, I can imagine.
So the commissioner decided, the Mr. Buys man, that he thought it'd be a funny, good idea for Jim Roost to take tag team with CCK.
I thought it was funny.
I hated it. I don't know what he thought of, but I hated it.
I don't really think CCK thinks nothing. He just thinks of his own self.
It's got a whole lot of ego and not a lot of pride.
Well, you could put it like that, I reckon.
Yeah. That wasn't fun.
Honestly, so we seen Hank. He faced JJ at BWA 15. Now, has he been sent out of the States by JJ, or is he just with him when he went out of the States?
He went out of States for a job that was going to better himself for the future. So, yeah, JJ gave him a whooping that match.
Well, I've seen that, yes. Yeah.
But the commissioner wouldn't let me come ringside, which I understand why. Me and JJ's had our run into, but I ain't got nothing wrong with the man. He's a good man, but
Yes,
he did treat my brother like a dog. So,
he sure did.
I ain't got the worst end of that one.
Well, that's what you get when you mess with JJ.
Yeah.
And unfortunately,
to better his future. He'll be back. And the Roost boys will finally get to reunite one day when the commissioner stops being dirty.
I don't think you'll ever get the commissioner to stop being dirty. Sorry, Mr. Bosman, if you're watching this. That's just what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
He doesn't really like you because...
I do. I even asked him straight to the camera because he wasn't at that show. I would do anything for him in order to just tag team with my brother again, but he won't let me.
He must really love this CCK very much.
It's kind of seeming like that recently.
Yeah. So I seen you and CCK had a tag match.
Yeah.
You were,
Two of them.
Yeah. Y'all were fighting for the BWA World Tag Team Champions.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel from you being the BWA Tag Team Champions to now seeing the Summoning be the BWA Tag Team Champions?
It's a whole mess. The fact that I had to team with CCK to even fight for him was not my cup of tea. I didn't want to fight for him at all, but I kind of got forced into it. So we made the best of it and ended up losing. But when we fought the Summoning in the past, that triple six-man tag team ladder match back in the day, Roost Boys won that match, and the Summoning was the ones on the ground. So Roost Boys and Summoning, no problem. So they're not a threat.
But Jim Roost and CCK in the Summoning.
It just doesn't work out. CCK was more worried about his own match than being a tag team. So yeah, it's difficult to work with him. He's pretty low life.
I mean, CCK, I've always thought him to be a swell guy. I mean,
Bubba Bass! Whose side are you on?
I'm on your side.
Goodness gracious. The man's dirty, he's cheap, he's smelly, and he has a 1-year-old that doesn't know a single word. Yeah, I brought his kid into it. Little do they know, that's my kid.
I was about to say, that's your kid.
That's my kid. You hear that, CCK? That's my kid.
Oh, Lord. Please do not get another feud started between you two.
No feud. We had our solo match and I ended him.
Yes, with his own finisher.
Yeah. That's how much I don't care about him.
Now, you say that you and the Roost Boys and the Summoning, had a run in, they weren't no problem. I ran in with the Summoning. It was it a week before BWA 15?
Yeah, we all saw that little shenanigans.
You see, me and my tag team,
Yeah.
Southern SWAT,
Yeah.
we ain't the best yet, but the Southern SWAT will come for the rest of the tag team division. You just wait on it.
In order to be the best, you gotta believe you're the best.
I just thought we
Even when you're not the best. You hear me?
We just got our rear ends whooped.
Yeah, we saw.
One light equals one prayer for Bubba Bass and Alpine. I can see, Jim. You think I'm blind?
Yeah. You got destroyed by everybody else in the whole BWA roster. What makes me believe you can drive this Ford pickup truck?
Ford.
You don't drive Ford?
I have you know this is a Chevrolet.
Yeah. It's the worst model in the business right there.
I don't want to hear it. You drive a lawnmower to BWA.
Is it broke down?
No. But this thing ain't either.
Yeah, it was in the shop 3 weeks ago getting a new engine put in.
Listen, we don't tell the viewers about that.
Yeah.
That's not just any type of engine.
By yours truly, Jim Roost.
It is a high-performance racing engine.
Whatever you think, big man. So what's the point of this meeting tonight? Why'd you invite me on this show, Mr. Bubba Bass, if you're just gonna take CCK side and talk trash?
I'm not taking CCK side.
Then what's the point of this show tonight?
We are headed to Pocahontas, and you were on my date.
I'm your... Excuse you, what did you just say?
You were on my date.
I am in no way, certain fashion, another man's date. You understand?
You are my date.
If you say that one more time, you're gonna get a whole spur right in the throat.
You spur me, I will give you a stunner right here in this trip.
Don't break your jaw now on this one. Rockstone's shoulder. Yeah. Careful now.
Play-Doh.
I have nothing to prove to you.
Well, you telling me that I've basically been beat by everyone on the BWA roster? Now, that's not true.
Hold on. What about the unknown character? You want to enlighten us on that match? Your first real match? What happened to that one?
Mr. Unknown.
I mean, he's pretty scary. But
Tell me about it. Have you ever run into the dude?
I try to stay away from those things. The summoning and that creature, man, I'm good. I have no business with them.
He slammed me extra hard that night. Threw me through a stack of tires.
We saw.
And give me an AA. Now what the world?
I have no, not my business because I didn't have that happen to me. You got embarrassed. You got vandalized.
That was BWA. That was the Elm Street Massacre where Bubba Bass debuted his brand new gear. And see, I look good while taking that rear end whooping.
You got disrespected on another level. He left the ring. Technically, you won, though.
I won, though.
You won.
I won.
Who
But he just left.
believes that, though?
The whole Elm Street Massacre and the people in the BWA YouTube channel.
No one believes you won that match. You got like one move off.
I kind of slipped on him, too.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to hear these excuses.
I thought I could splash him in the corner like I did.
You splashed him, and then you got slammed.
Yeah, well, he just walked right out from it into an AA and beat the crap out of me. But he still left the ring, which caused yours truly.
Put on a real hat.
This is a real hat. I guess I can be. Guess we can switch spots now. Hold on, let me be you. Cock-a-doodle-doo!
So that's how you feel about the Roost Boys.
Wait a minute. I've even got the glasses.
Alright, we're gonna take that hat back. Until you learn to show the Roost Boys some respect that they have
Turns
earned.
into a stupid chicken.
Yeah, stupid. I don't remember being called the Rooster Boys.
I do.
The Roost Boys.
I do. You see this glove?
Speaking of which, we do have a new Roost Boy album coming out soon.
Oh, dear Jesus.
Yeah. Hank has been working hard. It's a story of our life and soundtracks of what we do on the farm.
On the farm.
Yeah. Got a chopping wood soundtrack. We got a digging a pond soundtrack.
Now, didn't you dig a pond
We got
with your bare
moonshine
hands?
sipping. Yeah. These big manly bare hands.
Let me see them things.
Yeah. Yeah, it's down the road now, Bubba Bass. These hands have done more than dig ponds. We'll leave it at that.
Viewers, if you're watching at home,
Think of how
don't go ask your mom and daddy what that means.
What do you think? It doesn't mean anything. Yeah. Right over the heads.
I understand.
Anyway.
But we can't tell the viewers because we are a family-friendly show. And but last week,
I can't wait to get back to wrestling.
you know, come think of it, me either. I kind of miss it.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure Clayton Cross is the first opponent. Because I had a World Heavyweight Championship shot before the show got shut down. I think that was for a reason. Don't you?
You think Mr. Clayton Cross shut down the show?
I think he might have had something to say in that. 'Cause he knew it was coming to fight a real man in the business.
I'm a real man.
You believe that? Look this camera in the eyes and tell that. Exactly.
Let me make sure they can see my eyes. I am a real man. I'm not Pinocchio.
Y'all go ahead and leave a comment if you think he's a real man.
Well, you know, at Elm Street Massacre, I seen. Don't you be messing with my beads over there. I seen the Summoning debut a new tag team partner.
Oh yeah.
That was Mr. Yes, Clayton Cross is terrified of him. Now, I don't care what you say. He's terrified.
And he's our world heavyweight champion. And he's scared of a clown.
Yeah.
Let's move on from this conversation. You know who's not scared of clowns?
You?
Yeah. Good job. You know who else is not scared of clowns?
Me.
Every single person on this planet except Clayton Cross. You hear that, Clayton? Little clown's gonna get you. Because that's all it takes to beat you.
I was watching the BWA Elm Street Massacre, and I did see where the clown stood out and distracted Clayton Cross while Berserker attacked him from behind.
Yeah. No one said Cross was the smartest individual. Gets distracted pretty easy.
Where was that noise?
Probably this truck that you don't know how to get fixed.
I fixed this thing.
You
Sunday.
fix it, huh?
Yes, I did.
No wonder it doesn't work correctly.
Hey, she don't like hearing that.
Let's talk about each individual wrestler. I think fans want to see that. Let's give our opinions, positive and negative. One positive, one negative on each individual wrestler. First thing up, let's start with Berserker. One positive.
Berserker, I like Berserker because he's a very
One word.
strong.
Berserker. Ruthless. Negative. Be careful now, he's listening.
Well, one word.
One word. Negative.
Negative. One word for Mr. Berserker. Negative would have to be arrogance.
Slow.
Are you?
I'm okay, yeah, slow.
Are you
slow.
Are you compensating that he's slow?
Yes.
Like in which way?
Whatever way they want to believe. As you know, the Roost Boys don't care who hears what, when, who, where, why, and how. We'll talk about any individual because we're not here for the individuals. We're here for ourselves. We're here for the fans. We're here to put on a good show. So I can't wait to talk about every single one in this company and let them know what we really think.
And on next week's show, ladies and gentlemen, all the BWA locker room attacks Mr. Jim Roost in the bed of my truck while I'm sitting there videoing it.
If it happens, it happens. They'll wish it didn't, though. So, all right, we got Berserker down. Let's move on to Luke Boswell.
Luke
the man.
Luke Boswell.
I'm a big fan of this one.
I am too.
Yep.
One word to describe Luke Boswell. Athletic.
That's a very good description of this man. As you know, he's helped me several times with CZK jumping in and interfering with matches. So I'm a fan of him until the last match when he come out there and didn't do anything except stand over me after I just got spiked. But my positive for Luke, the man Boswell.
I know he's listening.
Oh, that's fine. We talk all the time. Good friends. Comes and drinks some moonshine on the farm with us.
When it comes to the Bubba Bass, all the time. Yeah.
One little positive for Luke.
Me and Mama Bass.
Exhilarating. One negative.
One negative. One negative about Luke Boswell.
Well, since you have, we know what Bubba Bass negative is. He is also slow. I don't think Luke Boswell has a negative.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't.
No. I couldn't think of anything. I was sitting here thinking.
Was that the problem you were having?
I'm not slow.
He couldn't think of a single thing. Well, we're on the same page there, though. We'll give you that. All right, Luke Boswell is just an all-around talented, exhilarating, fast, high-flying extravaganza.
Now, mark my words.
We've wrestled a few times too, though, so.
Well, I wrestled Luke Boswell.
Yeah.
And it was quite
Okay,
possibly
match.
the best match of my career so
It was
far.
a good match.
But mark my words, Jim Roost, when we come back to BWA, when it opens back up, you best bet to see Bubba Bass doing some moves from the top rope.
Who knows? Bubba Bass might join Jim Roost one day. I'll take you under my big chicken wing. Got it?
You're going to call me Bubba Roost Bass?
Bubba Roost.
Bubba Roost.
all you gotta do is show up and cock-a-doodle-doo a few times. And they love you.
I can cock-a-doodle-doo.
Alright. Let me hear it then. Give me a real one. Stop making fun of the Roost Boys now that it's time. Come on now.
Bubba's got to get on.
Put them on.
We got to do it. You ready? Cock-a-doodle-doo!
Woo! That's what I'm talking about. He might make a good third string running back one day.
Third string running back. Bubba Bass does not play sports. Except for wrestling.
Let's block that part out.
We'll do something.
Okay. Alright. We got a Berserker down, Luke down. Well, let's go ahead and mention you in this video. Let's get this going.
Yeah.
Positive from Jim Roost to Bubba Bass.
Pick wisely.
Yeah, I'm thinking here. This might be more than one word, I guess. I'm going to say never quits. No matter what this man has done, he has came back and continued to get better each week. So, never quit attitude. Good job.
Well, and from
Negative. Well, let me finish here. You hear me, Bubba?
Yeah.
Don't interrupt the man, Jim Roost, okay?
All right.
Okay? And if you did, it's not going to hurt my feelings. You can interrupt me. Negative. Just about everything this man's ever done. He's slow. He's unathletic. He gets destroyed by everyone. But at least he's got cool gear. That's what matters.
Right.
Got the cool Bubba Bass SWAT gear. What do you think of yourself?
What?
See here.
Like you say, I've never given up. And if you watch from what BWA was it when I first debuted? 12?
About around there.
12?
Around there.
If you watch from BWA 12 to BWA 15, you would see how much Bubba Bass, me, has grown into the wrestling industry.
Yeah.
Now, one negative about myself, I'm not as athletic as I would like to be in the ring. But, like I told you guys earlier, I will be more athletic come next season.
That'd be nice. But if you're not, you know what helps you?
Roost?
This ginormous noggin that you withhold in this dome above your shoulders.
Chicken?
Your brain.
Oh.
It's going to be harder than we thought, ladies and gentlemen. He might not be athletic, but if he don't have a brain, it doesn't matter either way.
Not athletic, don't have a brain.
At least he thinks he's on the right page. Alright, what do we got? Let's go ahead and bring up Abraxas,
yes.
Berserker's partner.
Yes, I've had a run-in with the Braxis before.
I'm not saying anything negative about him. I'm kind of scared of him.
You know what? I don't care. I'll say something positive about it. Something positive is he's strong. He's
I'll say tough.
Tough.
I'll say tough.
But something negative about Abraxas, and I know he's listening because somehow, someway, the summoning is always listening.
They got Wi-Fi down in the deep down somehow.
They got
Did you
Wi-Fi
hear
down
that?
there?
Yeah.
Ain't they got a buffet too?
Probably. That's why they're so big.
Oh God.
Yeah.
God.
Stop eating all these little
Debbie's.
Little Debbie's and things
Debbie's.
down there.
Now one negative about Abraxas.
Yeah.
He's a demon.
I'm gonna say he lives in a dungeon.
He's a demon.
Yeah,
I don't like demons.
No one likes demons.
I don't like them.
Alright.
Well, I don't know.
We got their third partner, Meliodas. Short, but relentless.
Very, very relentless.
We'll go ahead and say he's relentless. I'm gonna say that. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know any negatives because he's not been in the ring a lot, so we'll have to find that out later.
Well, the only negative is he's small.
You could say that. He's definitely small, but he has beaten Clayton Cross for the World Heavyweight Championship. Remember that?
But
And they said it didn't count, which was bull. But you're telling BWA roster, Clayton Cross is telling you guys and girls that he can beat anyone in the locker room, but he lost to the smallest individual on the roster.
what?
You be the judge. Who's really the world champion? Meliodas, Clayton Cross. Yeah. We all know. Okay. That's the whole summoning squad. Oh no, unknown.
Oh yeah.
I'll just say the same thing about him as Abraxas. They both are demons.
We don't like demons.
They're both strong. You know this firsthand.
From both of them.
Yeah. Who do you think was stronger?
Abraxas.
I've not really ran into a praxis too much.
If you guys went back and watched from the tag match, he went and gave me a falcon arrow.
He did.
That was amazing.
Why are you saying these moves are amazing? You took them.
It felt amazing.
It felt them. Ladies and gentlemen, this Bubba Bass might not be part of the Roost Boys anytime soon. He likes taking moves. I'm confused now.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Cock-a-doodle-dome.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Alright, so now we got... You know what? Let's talk about one of my favorite individuals. One that was on the first episode of BWA Pranks. Lance
The Outlaw Lethal.
Woo!
Lance,
He's a fun character.
we love you, buddy.
We don't love you.
I do. He was on the first episode of BWA Pranks. He was also on the first episode of Bubba Bass's Right On.
It's the only thing in his life that he's been first in.
Was he not on the first
Except
episode?
the first in line to the buffet at Golden Dragon.
Especially after all them potato seeds.
Yeah. That's why his car was somehow moved across the parking lot. Go check that out on YouTube and our Facebook page at BWA Wrestling.
Is it on YouTube?
It will be soon.
You done messed up now. It ain't on YouTube. Now they think it's gonna be on YouTube.
It's on there by the time they watch this. What's a positive of Lethal?
Lethal. He will, kind of like me, never give up.
I would say hardcore.
Yes.
He loves pain and hardcore matches. Bats against the back, tables. He loves tables. That's got to be his favorite. Flames, tacks. This man is a little bit insane.
I got to talking to Lance Lethal after the show, and after where he got put through the table, I said, Lance Lethal, what in the world is wrong with you? You've had barbed wires in your back. You got put through the table, tacks, chairs. I mean, what's wrong with you, dude?
Yeah,
He just
not
says
the
he
smartest
loves-
in my brain, but
He says he loves the punishment.
yeah. Anyway, negatives.
Negative?
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We got a few more roster members here to talk about, and we only got another 2 minutes left. Right.
2 minutes to
30-minute episode.
Last week was like a 36, but we did 30
We'll
minutes.
try to finish this up. We got Arcane.
Yeah. Okay. Positive about Arcane. He was very happy, needless to say, around Skittles.
Sure. BFFs, right?
Yeah.
I'd say he lives in the woods. That's kind of cool. Roost Boys know a thing or two about being outside, so I can vibe with that.
Now the negative about him.
He loses a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he got his butt whooped by JJ.
All right, let's talk about JJ.
Oh yeah.
JJ positive.
JJ positive.
I'm gonna say veteran.
Yes, veteran in the ring.
Knows what he's doing. Knows how to control the match.
Exactly.
He's a little dirty though, JJ. Dirty. You know what I'm saying here.
He's easy. He might come through the phone.
You can try. Negative. That he's dirty.
Yeah.
What we got? Who else we got? We've had a few roster members come and go, so we won't mention them.
CCK.
CCK. How did I forget him? Oh no.
Now what is, Mr. Jim Roos, what is your positive on CCK while we're bouncing through this bouncy road? It's floating like a Cadillac.
Piece of trash.
Oh.
Scum.
That's not positive.
Stealing people's babies.
That's not positive, that's negative.
I have nothing. There's not a positive thing about him. His hair's whack. His moves are whack. His girlfriend's whack. He's a whack person, and he lives in a whack house. You hear that?
So are you considering that he's doing what?
Yeah, he's on whack.
Oh god.
Whatever you believe that is, but I mean, he is what he. I'm not a fan of him. I don't think anyone in the locker room is. And if I'm not mistaken, not only did I beat him after our one-on-ones to end a feud, Hank Roost shoved him through a table from the top rope. Isn't that right? Long-haired, wonder little boy. Little, minuscule.
Haven't you called him a hippie before?
I've called him lots of things, but I enjoy it.
Okay, now let's talk about tag teams, because I can't really think of anyone else in the locker room.
Well, we got Hank Roost. You got to talk about my man. loves it.
Hank Roost.
Everyone loves it.
Wonderful.
Thank you. I agree. I got nothing but positive things to say about Hank. He is our first time World Heavyweight BWA champion. He is the first BWA Tag Team champions. He was the first to hold the AA title. He held all of the titles first before anyone had a chance. So, I mean, you can't ask him for much more. He's the only one in the locker room to hold all three.
I ain't held nothing.
It's hard.
I did threaten to steal the World Heavyweight title from Clayton Cross.
Hank's been through a lot. He's been jumped several times. Came back.
Didn't you run over him?
No, the Essentials ran over him in a parking lot.
What parking lot was this?
Yeah, this is back over in East Tennessee.
In the mountains.
But they ain't even a tag team anymore. That's how good they were. They imploded on each other. Is that all the wrestlers?
Bronson.
Big old man.
Big Bronson.
Big booted Bronson. Got his nice gear. I mean, he hit some people with some big old moves. I'd say positive, he's big.
Yes.
Negative, he's slow. I mean,
Okay, now let's talk about
he's an immovable force, we'll say that.
Let's talk about tag teams.
Tag teams.
No.
There's only one tag team in this whole company, and that's the Roost Boys.
Well, you got my tag team.
Who's your tag team?
The Southern SWAT.
Yeah, they don't know that.
I'm sure you do. If you go back to
They don't need to go back. They just need to know Bubba.
BWA 14.
I'm trashing Bubba's Bass's tag team right now, but that's what I do. I'm all fun and games until the fun and games ain't fun.
Well, you know, maybe, just maybe, the Southern SWAT will have a run-in with the
Who knows? We'll
Roost
back
Boys.
up Roost Boys versus Southern SWAT to take the division. But all roads lead to the summoning, as you know. That ain't fun.
No.
If I got Hank back though, I'm fine. Hope you and your partner are prepared. Who is your partner?
Alpine?
Alpine. We didn't talk about the long-haired tree.
It's not the long hair.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying.
It's bald.
He's bald. A little metaphor here for you. What's big, round, bald, and frowns? Hey, that's Jinx the Clown. Oh,
Who's Jinx the Clown?
oh. They don't know about him yet.
I don't even think. Well, they know about Hyde, but I ain't even heard about this Jinx the Clown.
No one knows about Jinx.
You know, that's one person we didn't talk about either. Hyde the Clown.
He's not a wrestler.
I don't know about it. He kind of scared me into thinking.
Scary. The only person that needs to worry about Hyde the Clown is Clayton Cross.
But he is still part of the BWA roster every once in a while. When he shows
there.
up with the summoning, because
Yeah, he's there.
you know, I guess he's got to keep guard of all the prisoners in the summoning.
Yeah.
But what is your take on Hyde the Clown?
I'm over it.
You're over it?
I'm over it.
You're over it.
Hyde can go live in his sewers and play with his lollipops and purple balloons. And calling people friends, but he's a weird clown. Yeah.
When a balloon's ready.
Golly. Yeah, it's about as good as he'll ever be.
I don't know. You know, I would never like to run into this Hyde the Clown character at all.
Yeah. I won't ever run into him. Roost Boys have learned a thing or two about life.
What's that?
We teach life lessons.
Are you sure?
And lesson number 1, don't be involved with things that don't benefit you. Got it?
I get it.
Alright.
I get it.
Lesson 2 will be learned next week, Bubba Bass.
Yes.
As we are arriving to our destination, do you have anything to close this show out
I
with?
sure do. All of you subscribers, please subscribe to this channel. Leave a like, comment your favorite wrestler down below. Go like the Bubba Bass Facebook page. Go like Jim Roos Facebook page. Go like the BWA Facebook page. Go subscribe to the BWA
YouTube channel.
where
all of our matches are at.
Yes. You will see me. You will see Jim Roost. You will see Luke Boswell. You will see just everyone in the roster. You will see.
Yeah, so go watch our growth, go help us grow, go support us, subscribe, tell people about us, comment, let us know what you want to see, and we
Get us
hope
out
we
there.
entertain. We'll
Which I
see.
know we entertain. We're BWA. We always entertain.
That's the whole motto of the show. Entertain. We're all about our
this
fans.
lime green truck.
Yeah, it's something that Bubba Bass would drive.
Listen, my truck is white.
But anyway, on that note, guys, thank you, Bubba Bass, for having Jim Roost. I really
appreciate
appreciate
it.
that.
Yeah.
Anytime you need me, I'll be here.
We got to do one last thing before we.
You ready
leave.
for it?
Yeah.
Ready?